Good morning, Ma'am. I am Shira S. Sanchez from BSN1B, and today I will be assessing the mouth and the oropharynx. So first is you have to assemble the equipment and supplies, including the examination gloves, the tongue depressor, the 2x2 gauze pads, and the flashlights or pen light. Okay, so first is I will be assessing the lips and the buccal mucosa. So first is inspect the outer lips for symmetry of contour, color, and texture. Then ask the client to purse his lips as if to reset. Okay, so Mom, can you please purse your lips like this? Okay, so it is uniform pink color, moist, soft, smooth texture, symmetry of contour, and ability to purse lips. So next is inspect and palpate the inner lips and the buccal mucosa for color, texture, and moisture, and the presence of lesions. Okay, so it is uniform color, moist, smooth, soft, glistening, and elastic texture. So next is palpate the tongue and the floor of the mouth for any nodules, lumps, and exaggerated areas. So use a piece of gauze and grasp the tip of the tongue, and with index finger of the other hand, palpate the back of the tongue. Okay, so Okay, so it is and with no palpable nodules. Okay, so next is I will be inspecting the teeth and the gums. So first inspect the teeth and the gums while examining the inner lips and the buccal mucosa. Okay, so it is 32 adult teeth, smooth, shiny tooth enamel, pink gums, moist, firm texture to gums, and no retraction of gums. So next is inspect the dentures and the gums underneath. Then after that, inspect inspect the dentures. Ask the client to remove complete or partial dentures. Then inspect their condition, nothing in particular broken or worn areas. Okay, so it is smooth and with no tenderness. Okay, so next is inspect the surface of the tongue for the position, color, and texture. Then ask the client, note for any deviation. Then ask the client to protrude the tongue. Okay, so Mom, can you please protrude the tongue like this? Okay, so so it is central position, pink color, moist, slightly rough, and with wettish coating. So next is inspect the tongue movement. Ask the client to roll the tongue upward and move it from side to side. Okay, so Mom, can you please roll your tongue upward and move it from side to side? Okay. Okay, so tongue moves freely and no tenderness. Okay, so next is inspect the base of the tongue, the mouth floor, and the frenulum. Then ask the client to place his tip of his tongue against the roof of the mouth. Okay, so Mom, can you place your tip against the mouth of the mouth? Okay. So it is smooth tongue base with prominent veins. So next is inspect the salivary duct openings for swelling and redness. Okay, so Mom, can you please okay, so it is same as color as buccal mucosa and the mouth floor. Then lastly is don gloves. So next is I will be inspecting the palates and the uvula. So first inspect the hard and the soft palate for color, shape, texture, and the presence of bony prominence. Okay, then ask the client to open his mouth wide and tilt his chin backward. Then depress tongue blade as necessary and use pen light for appropriate visualization. Okay, so Mom, can you please open your mouth wide? Okay, then tilt your chin backward. Okay. Okay, so it is light pink, smooth, and soft palate. So more irregular textures are texture. Okay, so next is inspect the uvula for the position and mobility while examining the palates. Okay, so to observe the uvula, ask the client to to say so that the soft palate rises. Okay, so Mom, can you please say Okay. Okay, so it is position of middle of soft palate. Okay, lastly is I will be inspecting the oropharynx and tonsils. So first is inspect the oropharynx for the color and texture. Okay, so please. Okay, so it is pink and smooth posterior wall. So next is inspect one side at a time to avoid eliciting the gag reflex, and then to expose one side of the oropharynx, press a tongue blade against the tongue on the same side about halfway back, and while the client tilt his head back and open his mouth wide. And then use pen light for illumination if needed. Okay, so open your mouth, ma'am. And then so okay, so it is a pink and smooth posterior wall. So next is inspect the tonsils for the color, discharge, and the size. Okay, so it is pink and smooth, no discharge, of normal size or not visible. Then next is elicit the gag reflex by pressing the posterior tongue with a tongue depressor. Okay. So just assume that I have tongue depressor here. Okay, so it is present. So, and then lastly is document the findings in the chart.